What is up, people? So, you know, I was sitting here and I figured I'd fucking stay on, stay on here and keep talking. But I might play, oh shit. I was gonna say, I might play the PS5. I've been playing PS5 for the past few episodes, but before that, everything was, well, I mean, it's still about, the channel was about the feds and the media brainwashing me since April 2018. God seen this was about to happen and counteracted it with the kid. And these people don't believe it. So, but I've given them a physiological reaction and again laughed in their faces when they asked me. So, and with that being said, that's that. And I can just catch everybody up. Youngest kid I touched was a 5 year old when I was 6 years old, and uh, all that I felt was a 5 year old when I was 6 years old, and a fucking 13 year old that told me to when I was 15. Well, they both told me to. The first one happened because they fucking told me to. So yeah, but and I also that's the only two I felt. The 13 year old was Katie Manson, a girl, and the 5 year old was fucking a kid we was about to adopt. He told me to suck his wiener. I said yippee, okay, because I was autistic, and kind of started a confusion that I didn't know it was actually something. I thought we was doing something that was thing. So um and I don't pay. I'm ADD with movies. I don't really know what's going on. I don't think I knew what was going on during movies when I was watching them as a kid. I had to go back. I had to go back still to this day and watch a bunch of movies, and I have no clue what's going on. I mean, I couldn't sit here and recite a movie or fucking or anything that's like I couldn't recite a movie, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm not a big movie watcher. My thing was music, like music, all the sounds. Yeah, fucking. I used to play fucking PS5. Uh, fucking got it just recently on Afterpay at Best Buy for fucking zero down, and they hook you up. All you have to do is have an income. I'm on disability right now. I'm not supposed to be disabled. I'm not supposed to have a disability. I'm not disabled by any means. I'm actually a thinker, I guess, or better, but I'm not. I have a lot going on in my head that's not me. So, with that being said, and or I can, I'm like, well, analyzer, the analog can predict stuff. So, um, yeah, but and these people are pretty much trying to make me the modern day Jesus and swearing I'm schizo, but they're the schizophrenia. They've been fucking doing it since 2018, June of 20, well April 2018 in person, but in June of 2018 I didn't start this with them. They were saying, we didn't like you. Like, they like me too much. It makes them question themselves why they like me. So there's a bunch of people saying there's a bunch of people in jail that would be mad at you. There's a bunch of homeless people that would be mad at you. And I have a plan for the homeless, for all homeless people in America. All your kids and your families. So, and I've never done anything to hurt anyone. I just said in the last episode that and when I was like 15 years old, I got conned into, set up into babysitting, and my brother took too long after I was falsely accused of raping a fucking 2 year old right in front of my brother and sister, and they were all there to see it, and I didn't fucking even touch the kid. Didn't even tell the kid to do anything other than to fucking show my sister what he just did. So, that was when I was 13 or 12, they're saying, but, and I got conned into babysitting. I literally picked my niece up and sat her down on my lap and got turned off by it. A little kid getting boners to everything. And so, when I was like 14 years old, 15 years old, I have a tendency of overestimating and being over honest to where they're calling me a rapper. So, but I didn't feel anything from it, and I just said I would go watch the last video, part 1, and then also watch on the video section, I gotta change the title, but I can't really, because it's going to mess up the credibility of it if I change the title. So I got to keep the title the same. But my dad's not a fucking pedophile, and he was in the war, so at a young age. So he was in the draft. It wasn't his fault, and he isn't a bad person. I know he hasn't hurt anyone out of the military. So other than that, and anybody that thinks that they'd like to fucking hurt somebody, go in the military. Although I don't preach for violence of any kind. My whole message and the thing that God doesn't believe in is his violence. But there's going to be a period of time where things are not going to get worse, but got to get better. So I hope nothing gets worse before it gets better. I hope we just go to better, like slowly get to better, or get to better. But I've never done anything violent to a woman or a child. I sat a baby on my lap being fucking conned into fucking babysitting by my brother. It wasn't a baby. I got accused of touching a 2-year-old at a babysitter, and my brother had a 2-year-old daughter and wanted some beer money. Like I said in the last episode, he was abused by his stepdad. So I don't know his dad's situation, but I've since been aggravated to the point where they got me saying racial slurs to my fucking family for keep making jokes about this stuff. But none one wants to admit to it or wants to tell the truth that they were wrong or say they were sorry. So, but at the same time, the jokes are, I'm hoping they really don't think I'm like this still, or I haven't grown up. I've been working in apartment maintenance. I worked in apartment maintenance since I was 19 years old. I'm like, never been weird towards any woman or kid. Never seen some extra titties. Never felt a tight baby. Fucking set myself fucking, yeah. And like I said, it's disgusting. My brother was jealous that he didn't get a mom or a dad, and he was a kid. He was in his 20s, but he's still young. Well, he's old enough to know better, I guess. But the last thing I did was on the internet when I was 20 years old. I sent a bunch of messages. I was 20 years old talking to 15-year-olds, trying to have my own high school sweetheart, get them young enough to where they would grow up to be like me. So it wasn't about sex, wasn't about tightness, wasn't about anything like that. It was about having my own person, someone that got along with me. So that was when I was 20. That was my last idea. And God rewarded me for it because I came at it with good intentions, just an annoying approach. So I didn't mean to turn anyone's daughter out or fucking make the man feel anything like that. Like BET, I think BET is the worst thing to mankind. It's like slave programming, and the wiggers like it. Like I don't believe in wiggerism. I don't believe in niggerism. I don't believe in any of that. Calling each other niggas, saying each other are supposed to be down. We're supposed to be unhappy. You're supposed to not be equal. Be careful how you act around these people. Or I've been through the struggle too. Like, I'm sorry for anybody that's been beaten up in jail. You did not deserve that. I'm sorry for anybody who's been, beaten by your parents. They didn't deserve to be beaten by their parents. It's a cycle. It's a pattern. It's not your fault. It's not your family's fault. Your family wasn't stupid. It just depends. It just depends on the fucking. Just depends on the, on like where your family got to. It's not their fault. And why people started them on drugs and is meant to be. It's meant to be foolish. And pedophilia and that stuff here, it's a fool's game. You're never going to be satisfied. Your partner's always going to grow up. So it's like there's nothing to get out of it. You're going to be happy. You're going to die alone. You're going to die having hurt a bunch of people, and you'll be a sick, miserable person if you've hurt a baby, which I've never done. Never made a person cry over me. Not once. Not physically, not physical pain. I didn't ingrain into somebody that they was a nigga. So, but other than that, I mean, I don't like the word nigga. I can't even say it. I sound stupid. If you knew me, I sound stupid saying, don't let the dreadlocks fool you. I used to shave my head and have glasses. Like, I took the glasses off. Fucking grew my hair out. Like I don't know. I started wearing contacts, and then I stopped wearing contacts. Stop wearing contacts. So, I mean, you get what I'm saying. I'm not out looking at anyone's wife or looking at anyone's kid. I mean, kids are the last thing I'm thinking about. I like women, like grown adult women. So, and women that respect themselves. I'm not saying you're not tight enough for me, and it's not saying you're not pretty enough for me. I'm just a king. We live in a world, in a generation, in a society where jewelry still rules all. And God doesn't hate you if you aren't the prettiest person. I think all people have some beauty to their soul. It says mine's not children or murder. Like they try, it would be beautiful if he was a murderer. Get the fuck out of here. Trying to get me to think I knew someone played me. Well, it wasn't happening. Yeah. It's hard. It's been 7 years. It's been 7 years since April 2018, and the first person talked to me was a person in person. But they said it behind their back. They said it over their shoulder. I'm like, they was sitting in the next row. I busted out laughing. I was rolling laughing. If we didn't like you. I looked up everything from pedophilia to fucking rape, or not rape, fucking bestiality, necrophilia. I was about to say raping a dead corpse. Fucking necrophilia, murder. Never seen it in person. That dead person was in funerals only. So, I'm not a dangerous person. I'm a big guy, very big guy, but I'm not dangerous. I can snap on people though, verbally. But I wasn't doing that. My initial reaction was to bust out laughing. Was laughing at these people with the fucking kitty murder lies. And yeah, these people started in the fucking donation center, and I was sitting in the donation center, and they would be telling me that they're listening conversations throughout the day that I'm having in person, and I didn't know that they was hearing them from my phone, from my speakerphone mic on my phone. So it's like, and then they told me that they've been watching me since I was 20 years old. Since I was 20 years old, and fucking and have everything I've done with these women on voice record. So I but I called them women. I didn't call them some dumb dirty scumbags. I think they do deserve something, but um, the way I've been treated, I don't know exactly how much. So, or the way I've been told I've been treated, I don't know exactly how much. So, um, yeah, there's 100 spots. I'm not known for being a fighter. I'm not known for being a pedophile. I'm not known for anything like that. These people don't want people to like me because they're afraid that I want to have some knowledge of kids that's going to make it all right. And it's never all right to hurt somebody. And anybody that would fucking hurt somebody to get anything is wrong. So I didn't know. And having a kid testing my sauce out was all good intentions. I didn't know anyone was a kid. I just got a kid with a kid from God to tell me I wasn't a pedophile and tell me not to listen to these people. I didn't choose it. I didn't know what the gift was going to be. And I didn't know that they was going to be calling me a pedophile. But yeah. Yeah, people smoking with DruTheProphet, so let's fucking line up this bowl. I just had to give a briefing and disclaimer and fucking be upfront and open and honest with you about the worst thing I've ever done in my life, was just fucking setting a 2-year-old on my lap in a weird, disgusting way. And I didn't feel anything sexually from it. I actually went inside myself immediately. And and I was like, no, that's definitely not right. But my brother fucking dressed her up in a see-through thong and took like a whole extra 4 hours, 5 hours longer than what he said he was going to be. So I was a young kid and I was getting tired and I getting mad, like looking at my watch, like where is he? And it wasn't to slap him in the face. It wasn't to make him look weird. It wasn't to backfire and Andy not be a pedophile and he looks weird now. That's not what I wanted out of the situation. So. And he was, I mean, he was trying to feel good for someone beating on him. So, and I wasn't beating on my knees. She didn't cry from it. She like acted weird about it, which made me go limp. Which is, she's not a bitch. That's why I'm trying to prevent. I almost said provoid. That's what I'm trying to prevent. I'm trying to. I'm breaking up this week. I got some Eden Trees Superstar. Yeah, I got a gift from God, and God called me a prophet out of nowhere before I even knew exactly what a prophet was. He said, "No, Andy, you're a prophet, and for sure. You got a lot of love to spread." And with that being said, it does come with a little bit of money, but I want to use it for having a corporation and working harder, being the CEO. So one day you might hear about me. This is the first day I got to smoke weed since being at the drug back to the hospital, and fucking, I got to be me, and I'm happy. They don't like me smoking weed. They want me to be poor, not being able to afford weed. But I've been smoking weed since I was 14 years old. The babysitting thing happened when I was 14 years old as well, but I wasn't high from it. I wasn't fucking feeling good out of avoiding prison from it. You know, it was just another thing trying to soothe yourself or feel good, figure out what you needed in life. And weed is definitely it. I don't preach towards children or hurting anyone. I've never, in my only violent situation I've ever been in is with my fucking fat white ex-girlfriend that called me a filthy nigger and spit in my face after I took care of her for 3 years. And not all white people are like that, but there's just some gross, nasty people in this world. And I'm not trying to step on any toes, or say anyone's going to hell, but I'm willing to let world leaders fucking kind of be in my ear all day, write letters all day, or send me texts all day, and say, you know, this is going on, you're going to have to go here, or we need you to do this, or think about this, or whatever. Like I'm down with being everybody's, with having all the weight of the world on my shoulders. It's just I gotta be in a blimp or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I've just had something unfortunate to me happen. So now they're going to pay me with what's unfortunate to them, money. I lost my family, my gift from God. Everyone's fucking on my gift from God. God gave me a kid with a kid, and kind of my baby mom is my gift from God. And I had a kid with a kid to tell me I'm not a pedophile. I didn't ever deserve to have to question myself on pedophilia or little kids when I don't believe in hurting people. It's something that I wasn't told in life. And there would be nothing to get out of fucking oral sex with a kid, with a minor. So, I've been told that one of the guys that I hung out with was lying to me about their age, but I didn't know that, and I don't, you know, he's not dumb, okay? I don't know if he was fucked with, I don't know what happened to him, or if his friends got him to do it, or whatever, but they were boys. It was one boy that fucking supposedly was faking like he was a man and got one past me, and I had to question myself after saying yippee okay when I was 6 years old to someone telling me to suck their dick. And I'm Butters from South Park, like, I'm autistic, so I'm an autistic black guy, a mixed guy. I'm both white and black. But I have a lot of races. I have a lot of nationalities. I'm a mutt. But I'm mainly Native American.